So I hid this cabinet from myself with my desk and my canvases up against it. So now I'm just going to mix some paints on this paper plate because I completely forgot to get a piece of palette paper out. And that was take one. Just kidding. Okay, apparently iPhone has a new thing that it's letting me pause my recording. I wanted to see what this blue and gray would look like. I'm assuming it's going to look like blue-gray. Yeah, so I wanted to make my own colors this time because I don't do that very often and it needs to be done. And I will probably never be able to replicate the color that I'm creating. But alas, failures count for practice. Yeah, I like this color. It's probably like the cobalt blue and gray and some really cheap paints. Trust me when I tell you, really cheap paints. But I dig it. Okay, for part two of this, I stole a spatula from my kitchen because I saw somebody put paint on the other day with one, and I immediately wanted to go to Dollar Tree. But here we are, post-COVID, and I don't people as often as I should. So we'll order some more for the kitchen off of Amazon. And we'll try the Dollar Tree thing next. I had high hopes, but here we are. And I did make sure not to use one from Pampered Chef that I got roped into buying from somebody at some time or another. I really do like their stuff. Y'all, you do get what you pay for so often, but I just really, really like the way this applies the paint, and I'll have to make some more, and I'm just doing burst layers right now. But while I was in the kitchen, thought I would share some other things that I say I stole it from myself. You have to understand I have two places that I have to live right now. It's not a flex, it sucks because they're about an hour and a half apart. However, I just took this out of my husband's kitchen. And while I was in there, I grabbed this skewer, which is now my new mark making tool. So that's it. Ooh, how fun. Okay, I'm going to keep at this. Okay, so this is just straight Prussian blue out of the tube. Since this is my first layer, I decided to make life harder for myself in the later layers. And just cover some more area with some stuff straight out of the tube. And Prussian blue sort of has that steel undertone that this blue that I just made with blue gray or whatever I just made. So it matches well. What's really not easy is that I'm holding my phone to record right now because my phone recorder's up there behind my canvas. And it's hard to get this stuff scooped up off of my little paper plate here with my spatula that's supposed to be for bowl scraping or whatever. But I will at least take a couple pictures. Hold, please. I'm not gonna lie, this new feature on the iPhone to pause while you're recording is amazing. So since this is just first layer, again, I am going to keep rolling and get another glob of paint somewhere and record some more. Yeah, for giggles, another thing I took out of the kitchen was a plastic spoon to mix some of this stuff up with. And I'm just taking what's left on this plate and I'm trying to mix it up a little bit with this white. Just getting a couple different shades for my first layer. So that's just like a really, really light blue-gray, if at all. And I'm just gonna do that because I don't want to waste any paint. But yeah, I have all my kitchen items. So yeah, just experimenting. And now I really want to go to a Dollar Tree the next time I'm feeling people-y and get some fun dollar tools to just try out. Because apparently, you know, I've been sleeping on the Dollar Tree. There was a lady that did a Target comparison and she found all kind of name brand stuff at the Dollar Tree too. So it's not like you're getting Dollar Tree lotion. It's actually like Nivea and stuff. So I'm here for that. I don't know that I trust Dollar Tree lotion, but just because I'm real leery of some of the products. My sister had me get that app called Think Dirty. It's not probably, you know, what it sounds like. It's like you put in the stuff that you buy and see how much toxic stuff is in it. So there we are right now with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish different colors of blue as an underlayer. And I'll just go ahead and show you real quick what I'm planning on using for some of the other colors in this if it goes according to sort of plan. Somebody told me to start using some more neutral-ish colors, so I picked out this yellow ochre. I might make it a little bit lighter or brighter, and then I'm just probably going to put on a couple of splotches of some brighter colors too. So I brought those out, and then I also brought out, I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but y'all, Michael's had a sale recently on Liquitex inks, and you have to absolutely every single time just have at least one. And this is a color that they just did for a little while called Muted Turquoise. And so I'm dying to try that. So other than that, I'm not sure where we're going to go yet. But I thought I would share some of the pictures as I go, and I'll post it all on my channels. Okay, y'all, look at this. I found a ring light and a stand so I can keep working on this and share the process without continuing to pause. Try not to be in it because, trust me when I tell y'all, I'm not ready today for the camera. Just the action and the lights. Wonder if that's why I just thought of this. Bear with me, I might have just had a moment where I learned something that everybody else has known for 53 years. Lights, camera, action, so that you know that all those things are. My alarm went off. I was going to take a nap. That did not work out because my dog hates me. But if they say lights, camera, action, if that's to let everybody know that all three of those things are coming, whether you're ready or not. And I'm still doing this while these colors are wet, just because I sort of want them to blend in a little bit with each other. I'm obviously going to be painting over a lot of this, but I like whenever it's wet in between layers sometimes, and then as I move on, I like it to be dry again between layers sometimes. I made a list of things one time on one of these videos of all the things you should check your boxes for to see if you have a really good, fun piece or whatever, interesting. And I would add that to it. There was some, use big marks, use small marks, use big brushes, use small brushes, whatever. And then it was like, use this amount of like, well, however many complementary shades, use this, whatever. And I can't remember everything else that I said, but I did think that I should do some layers when the paint is still wet, and do some layers after it's dry. And it'll just give you so many different areas that are interesting. And you can see now this is just going to be completely crazy, wonky, abstract, but I'm obsessed with it. So I just put some more Prussian blue on my plate. It's kind of sad that I won't have a palette page to mark up when I'm done. Do people buy painted paper plates? Or when I'm really, really famous one day, will people beg me to keep my paper plates? One artist that I consulted with, Jenna Cast, is Jenna and then Cast with a K. She's out of Wisconsin. She said people buy her drop cloths. So let's speak that, people. One day they're going to be like, can I have one of Carrie Ray's paper plates or palette pages? Yes, you may. For $740,000. Not really. I want to make art that's affordable to everybody because I feel like it's so important. Change my life. I think it can change your life. I don't think it's going to change the life of this spatula. I don't think the spatula should ever go back to the kitchen with all these toxic chemicals all over. So change the spatula like two. Yeah, there's no idea of what kind of composition I'm going for or anything at this stage. We're just here to have fun, y'all. and not waste paint. So I always scrape stuff on the edges so that it won't go to waste. That one's like really being annoying. Hang on. I don't know how, but I got a piece of something orange. How? I haven't even opened that color yet. You never know what you're gonna find. I will tell you, in both houses, the floors are just about ruined, and my husband ain't gonna be happy when we get ready to sell either one of the houses or both. Because somebody's gonna put in their offer letter to refinish the floor. I do my best. I do my very best. Okay, hold please. Okay, y'all, this pause button on the phone is really saving everything, and I love it. I made up some more of the blue gray. So it's this Artist Loft really cheap paint from Michaels in cobalt blue, and then even a level 1 of the Artist Loft in neutral gray. And I'm aware that you can mix black and white pretty easily and get gray. I just didn't want to. I had a certain amount of days to spend my Michaels reward bucks or whatever it is. So I made rash decisions and I bought gray. The least interesting thing I've ever bought for an art supply, probably, because at least white is really good to make stuff pop. I haven't found a love for gray yet. I just thought it would be fun to experiment a little bit. And I started using this, and I don't know what these are called either, I'm not gonna lie to you. Got them on Amazon, a whole bunch of them. Sort of like a scraper, silicone, plasticky thing. It's not as rubbery as that spatula, so it's not giving as much. But it was here, so I thought I would try it out. It looks about the same when you're putting it on, but we had to try. So I'm just gonna rub this stuff around just a little bit more in these areas and see how that teal kind of color pops up out of nowhere. Surprise guest color. I like doing that. So that's why it's cool to put them on sometimes when the paint is still wet. There's that orange again. It probably came from my desk. I don't know if y'all can see my desk. Let me see if I tip this up. This, yeah. There's pieces of stuff all over it, so that's probably where that came from. So, just gonna put a couple marks in some of that newly applied paint. You gotta be careful with this skewer. It's super sharp. It's meaning business. I might stick a hole in it. All right, I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit and then put some more colors on. Okay, I'm gonna put on a little bit of gray, just right here. Because I just heard my husband get home, and I'm just gonna do a little bit so it can dry while I catch up with him for the day. My dog lost it, so he's got better hearing than I do. So I know that my hose is outside. Y'all have to tell me if anybody's watching that also got the hurricane. We didn't get as bad as most, but we're about an hour, not even a full hour away from Asheville, North Carolina. And so the power was out for like a week. So I might put some of that muted turquoise ink on here too, since I'm gonna have some time to dry it. We'll see. But I will be back.